Well, thank you very much for being here with me today. We are at Twickenham Stadium, the home of England Rugby, for our International Airport Summit, and we are on day one, and I'm joined by Anita Chagar from Heathrow Airport, who is the lead of the airport's Network for Culture and Ethnicity. Now, my first question to you is, what are some challenges currently that you think need to be spoken about? And also, what are some challenges that you foresee for the future of aviation?
Current challenges, I would say, are definitely we are building back. We're still recovering. Great progress has been made, but we're still not quite there yet. We're still not fully there yet. And I think with each winter that comes around, there's always that challenge of, okay, what's the kind of COVID landscape and what might be coming our way, and keeping our kind of ear to the ground around that. And I think that's maybe our current challenge now, and seeing through this Christmas peak that's coming our way. And then just going to the future, I think more and more, such as attending today, it's that conversation about sustainability, and really what is everyone doing, whilst our priority and focuses have been to recover and recuperate after the past few years, is how are we actually future-proofing and seeing what we can do to prepare for that.
Absolutely. And what would you tell airports to really capitalise on, to focus on that the passenger experience and taking it to that next level?
I think it's about acknowledging that passengers these days have so many questions around what their experience is going to be like when they come to the airport. Some of them still haven't travelled in a long while, or are only slowly now starting to get back into travelling, and they have all of these questions about what's expected of them, what's required of them, what might happen in different scenarios based off of what they might be hearing in the news and other people's experiences. So how can we really address that early on, and kind of almost get that messaging out even before a passenger does get to the airport, so that they can prepare themselves and really take on board the learnings that we've had over the past couple of years, and especially over this past summer, to really kind of address that going forwards.
Absolutely. And talking about addressing issues, so the problems that are going on with the workforce at the moment, what can airports do to really focus and show their support for the current workforce, future workforce, and in general just inclusivity within the airport environment and community?
Yeah, I think inclusivity is really important to me. As a diversity network lead, I work with so many people across the business at Heathrow to really address that, and I think there's a big piece to be said around onboarding and welcoming new colleagues into business, and showing that we are inclusive, and how we have staff networks available to them to join, where they can find support in those areas. Other ways to show that our colleagues and our line managers are allies and are building that inclusive workplace through inclusive leadership. I think that's probably where we really need to make sure we're focusing on, and it kind of it plays out in the inclusive feel of how we reach out to our passengers as well, if we're really instilling that amongst our workforce too, who are joining us and who are still with us.
Absolutely. And so, how have you found the summit so far? What are your key takeaways from day one of International Airport Summit?
I have really enjoyed all of the speaker lineups, the panel discussions, just hearing the different perspectives of everyone who's come here today to talk on their subject expertise and the areas that they've been focusing on recently and over these past few years. And I just really enjoy being able to share with others that best practice or those common challenges that we're all facing, to kind of realize, it's not just us, we're all in this together. Aviation is so interconnected between us all, and summits like this today has really just helped build those kind of connections and foundations to continue collaborating going forward.
Absolutely, and that was my final question. Thank you so much.
That's all right.